Hello and welcome to Lisa Ann Can. I'm Lisa Ann. Today I am participating in a collaboration with my good friend Bridget from, what's her channel? Happily Homeschooling in Iowa. So I'll put a link in the description box to her channel below. Bridget is coordinating this collaboration that's going to go on for a couple of months. Last month it was about summer drinks, and this month it is going to be about summer desserts. So today I am going to be making something strawberry whipped cream, kind of low carb. It doesn't have a name. It's just something that I made up. So I do that. It was inspired by a recipe that my mom used to make when I was little called strawberry chiffon pie. It's kind of it's not really a lot of trouble. It's a little bit of trouble and, a lot of waiting, making the gelatin and waiting an hour and making the graham cracker crust and all that. And I don't mind doing that, but one of the things that I am doing is making this a low carb recipe. Not zero carb by any means, but low sugar, lower glycemic index, because I'm trying to get back on my diet. No fun. But anyway, so I'm winging it here. The first thing that I did this morning was make a batch of my almond, shortbread, pecan cookies. I will put a link to the recipe in the description box below, but basically it's just almond flour. I think it was 1.25 cups, half a stick of butter, which was too much. It needed to be 1/3 cup. I put a tablespoon of brown sugar and 1 packet of stevia in the raw. Chopped up some pecans, about 1/4 cup, I think, really fine. And I think that was it. So just made little cookies, baked them in a 375 oven for about 20 minutes, which was too long. Some of them are what we call caramelized. I'll be using that one. So anyway, got the cookies. I have here, I took out some strawberries from the freezer and sliced them. It's about 3 cups. And to this I added a tablespoon of white sugar and 1 packet of stevia. So see, I have a little sugar in the recipe because everybody knows sugar tastes really good. So if you get a little bit of sugar and do the rest of the sweetening to your taste with stevia, it'll still have a really good taste to it, but not be so high in carbs. So I have that setting aside. I've got 2 cups of cream. I probably won't use all of it, maybe a cup and a half. And to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla and 1 packet of the stevia in the raw. Gonna whip that up with my handy dandy whipper and then blend it all together. So I do want to crush my strawberries. So I'm just taking my potato masher and giving them a coarse mashing. You don't want to blend them. I mean, you can, but that, liquefies it. You really want to kind of have some chunks of strawberry in there. And the recipe also suggests, like for the chiffon pie, to put a little lemon juice in there. I think that may be to preserve the color of the strawberries, or maybe just add a little extra tartness, but we don't need any more tartness, and I'm out of lemons. I don't know if I'm getting older or these things are just getting really hard to remove. I know what it is. All right, so I'm going to put about, see, I'm not measuring. That's about 1.5 cups. Teaspoon of vanilla extract. packet of stevia in the raw or whatever sweetener you prefer. And I'm going to whip this up until it's pretty stiff. Okay, I started out on low until it got a little thick and then put it up on high. And you can see it's very thick. It does slide a little, but not much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put the whipped cream and the strawberries in a bigger bowl. I thought I might could just put the strawberries in here, but I'll make a giant mess, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in a bigger bowl. Just fold them together. You can't see what I'm doing. And since the strawberries were just barely thawed, and the cream was cold, it's already chilled. So no waiting. Okay, I'm not going to wash my cream bowl. What I'm going to do is just layer cookie crumbles and a layer of the chiffon, shall we call it? Nothing fancy, kind of rough, which is how I do things. I'm more practical than pretty. That's it. So I did 3 cookies so far. And then 1 final cookie sprinkled on top, and maybe not even a whole cookie. Just want to lightly garnish it. There we go. You can sort of see some of the layering in there, which makes it, you know, not so plain. And then the cookie crumble on top. You can chill it. It's going to firm up a little bit, but because it doesn't have gelatin in it, it's pretty much going to be sloppy. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop out a little bit and give it a try. Okay, it'd be prettier if it had some strawberries to garnish on top. So if you've got fresh strawberries, you can do that. But pretty is as pretty tastes. Very good. Perfectly sweet to my taste. Very cool. Wonderful dessert for a hot summer day. The cookie gives it just a little bit of crunch, which is so nice. And of course, as this sits in the refrigerator, the cookies are going to lose their crunch, but there are pecans in there. So it'd probably be best served right away, but not necessarily. All right, so be sure to check out the description box below with the link to Bridget's channel, Happily Homeschooling in Iowa, and then the playlist with the other participants who have made cool summer desserts. Thank you for watching.